Hi everyone, this is Alex of digprimal.com here. Today's video is all about decoding the grass-fed label. Now, a lot of things that you can see in the store, or maybe that you're seeing in your farmer's market or co-op, is labeled grass-fed. But it's hard to tell what that always means because there's a lot of people who are interested in buying grass-fed products nowadays, and so companies really want to use this label a lot. As a result, there are certain terms that people use that make it a little bit confusing as to what they actually mean. So today I'm going to break it all down for you guys so that it's super clear. All right, so let's begin. We're first going to talk about a term that you might have seen, and that is grass-fed raised. Now, my husband and I were at a coffee shop the other day, and we saw this term, and he was wondering about what this meant and how it differed, because it sounds really good. I mean, you want your animals to be grass-fed raised, right? The problem with this term is that it's not actually at all special. All cows, when they're being raised and grass-fed, usually or always refers to ruminant animals, so things like cows. Most commonly, they're always grass-fed raised. You're never going to raise a cow any other way. So this, for the most part, is a marketing term. It sounds really good, it sounds like something you want to buy, but it's not actually special. Even conventional meat a lot of times will be grass-fed raised before it's taken to the slaughtering house, or rather it's taken to a place where the cows can get fattened up for a couple months using corn, soy, and all of those other things, and then before they're slaughtered. So that's actually not that special. Now, the other thing that's a little bit term that's used a lot but is a little bit ambiguous and is just when it says grass-fed and it doesn't specify. Now, this term right here is somewhat regulated, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the cows are 100% grass-fed. It does not. So, but unfortunately, this is one of those terms that is used quite frequently, and a lot of times you might even get away with it. So the things that I look for when I see that it just says grass-fed are third-party certifications. Now, this isn't always present, and it's harder to find at your local grocery store, but on occasion when you look, you'll see third parties like the American Grass-Fed Association. I'll link to their website below this video in the post, and you can see now they are 100% grass-fed animals, and to get the certification, that means they're grass-fed finished, which we'll talk about next. Now, there's also the certified humane raised and handled third-party certification, and I'll link to that as well. A lot of times you'll see this at Whole Foods. And then there's also another called welfare approved. And that's another thing that you can see. This one, in my eyes, is the best one. These are nice to see, but they're not quite as comprehensive. All right, so those two are the ones that you have to be a little bit more careful with, because they're not always as clear as you would like. So the things that I try to look for that are a little bit more straightforward is when it says 100% grass-fed. This one, once you say this, there's not a lot of wiggle room. It is or it isn't. The other one that I look for is when they specify grass-fed finished. So, like we talked about before, they're all grass-fed raised, so that doesn't really tell us all that much. But when it says grass-fed finished, that means the animal was never taken to a place where it was fattened up with corn, soy, and all of those other things, and that it was grass-fed finished. This sometimes has a little bit of wiggle room when you're dealing with, specifically with farmers who are on a small farm and they might need to supplement just from a location standpoint. Now, a lot of the bigger farms have the opportunity when it falls into this category during the winter to move their animals to another part of the country where they can be grass-fed all year round. On occasion, when you're dealing with a very small local farm, they will supplement just a little bit, but you can, once you're dealing with the farmer, you can really specify what exactly is it non-GMO, what exactly does it entail, are they just bringing in dried things for them to eat, things like that. They'll put this, but just whenever you're speaking with the farmer, just make sure that you're clarifying. Alright, so where to buy? At the bottom of this video, at the end, I'm going to put links to all the places where I've seen grass-fed beef being sold and the companies that I like from least to most. So I'm gonna rank them like that. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you follow the digprimal.com link at the bottom of this video and above the comments section, and it'll take you to the post. If you're watching this in the post itself, obviously just look below and I will put all that stuff down there for you to see, as well as all the links to the third-party certifications as I promised. So that's it for today. I hope you guys found that helpful. Leave me some comments and let me know what you thought. Thank you. Bye.